Greetings, Marvelites. EMoney and the old man with you again to watch another episode of Moon Knight, the fourth episode titled The Tomb. Alright, so what happened in last week's episode? Khonshu decided to do something that the other gods weren't going to like, and he suffered the consequences for it.
Yeah, now he's the man in the box.
Yep. He's in his little figurine, I guess, which means Mark and Steven can't access the suit, so no more Moon Knight.
So, what's the name of the show?
It's called the Mark Spector Show.
I guess.
Or Mark and Steve. It's a odd couple comedy. All right, so before we get started today, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications, give us a thumbs up, and if you like, leave us a comment. I'd like to read your comments. If you have some interesting fan theories or ideas of what you'd like to see in future episodes. Also, we're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, so try to help us to get there, please. We're about last I checked, we're about 150 short. So
come on, show us some love.
Yeah, we need to get there. All right, so speaking of fan comments, user comments, I got a couple right here. All right, so Mr. Egypt says, background on Ammit from actual Egyptian mythology. Ammit is the one that Arthur, Ethan Hawke's character, is trying to unleash. All right, part crocodile, part lion, and part hippopotamus, a mythical creature that sits in the underworld next to the scales of Anubis. When the scales decide that the deceased is not guilty and his heart is not heavy with sin, he is worthy to pass to the afterlife. But if it is decided that he's guilty, he is thrown to Ammit, and she literally devours him and he ceases to exist. And she is always hungry. In the context of the series, if Ammit is released from the underworld, she would be unleashed to devour a countless number of people, probably most of humanity.
Most of them,
yeah. I mean, are we saying like people with a guilty conscience or people who are actually guilty? Because everybody has something to feel guilty about.
Not me.
Yeah. Okay. That was my problem with the people who go to hell in the show Lucifer, because you're a prisoner of your own self-guilt, and like I said, everybody has something to feel guilty about. So it's like, how do you end up not in hell for that? But anyways. CMC Official says, Moon Knight is going 3 for 3 right now. Not a single bad episode so far. WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier were good, and Loki was awesome. What If was pretty cool too. I was disappointed with Hawkeye.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I know Hawkeye's been taking a lot of heat, but I enjoyed it.
This, though, is almost Daredevil level quality as far as Marvel shows. I'm okay with the version of Stephen Grant that we got here, because in the comics he's pretty much a Bruce Wayne clone, so I don't have to see those Batman comparisons.
Yeah, I mean, looking back on it, I've complained a few times because they changed Stephen Grant so much. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, it's fresh, it's different, because if they did it the way the DC, the way that the comic books did it, he is just another Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. I've seen people online calling Moon Knight the White Batman or Mr. Knight the White Deadpool, and that pisses me off because they couldn't be further from the truth. Anyway, it seems that we're finally getting Jake Lockley in the MCU, since Mark didn't beat those thugs to death.
So he's saying that he thinks that the unknown
third personality
is Jake.
That's
the only one I know of that they haven't named.
Is Jake the cab driver you're always talking about?
Yeah, but he wasn't he makes it sound like he's a better fighter or more violent than Steven.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't the case than Mark, right? But in the comics, Jake was not that way at all.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, change it up.
All right. And obviously, Steven is a wimp. He can't defend himself, so we're coming full circle. Also, a little fun fact, but each of the credit animations at the end of the episodes change, like with the moon shifting phases with the third episode reaching the half of the full moon already.
I haven't noticed that.
Yeah. All right, and then finally, Miami the Great says,
hey, Miami.
I'm thinking Jack may be a bad guy, and maybe the wife's going to be taken over by one of the gods. This episode was great. 2 more to go. I think there's 3 more to go, aren't there?
You'll have to check. I thought it was
I think it's 6 episodes, so 3 more to go. EMoney and the Old Man assemble.
Damn Skippy.
All right, so after this episode, send us some more viewer comments and theories. And would you like to see this thing connect to the larger MCU? I mean, I've talked about that before, but usually with all the other Marvel shows, I mean, I guess because is this the first original character that we've never seen before that was in a Marvel show?
I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
Well, I mean, you got WandaVision. Obviously, that wasn't the first time we saw them. Wanda and Vision. Mm-hmm. Loki, Hawkeye.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Because I was thinking Daredevil, but that's not actually a Disney show.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, this is the first time they've launched a character with a TV show.
Okay. So, they've, so far, I mean, I could believe this is its own separate universe because they've not once mentioned anything from the larger MCU.
Well, I don't want it to be.
I don't want it either. So
I want all Marvel shows to be in the MCU.
I mean, if you just make a vague reference to the blip, and I'll be happy. I'll know, we're in the same universe. So, but also what I
okay.
What?
All right, hang on. Yakety, yakety, yakety. Enough's enough. EMoney, push the damn button.
All right, I guess we're starting.
Jeez, God, he talks so much.
Oh, so
that's a lot of lamps. What exactly does that mean?
Looks like it's all the other gods they've imprisoned.
No, surely not.
I think these gods have a bit of a superiority complex.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, if she were anyone other than a main character, they would just start shooting the truck.
Mm-hmm.
So the bullets just randomly caught fire and started glowing.
Movie bullets.
Loose gunpowder.
Mm-hmm.
You made aware of that?
Oh,
Don't look at me like that.
oh hadn't they disappeared from your life already?
Exactly.
I mean, whatever. Suit was his best feature, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Ouch.
Don't have that anymore.
Stephen, give me the...
Yeah, okay. That's not foreboding at all.
There's a goat.
It's a black goat.
Here they are.
Might have been black.
Let's keep moving.
He's in shadow.
And no one is outside watching all the gear.
Just believing anything that comes out your mouth just shows what a plonker I am. Look, I wish I could just disappear.
Plonker?
I really do.
Plonker.
But unfortunately, I'm still here. And if you are going to go through with this...
Don't you know your British idioms?
For Layla's sake.
Evidently
I've been
not.
in situations like this before.
Is that like a wanker?
So have I.
Okay, no creepy. You're kissing another man's wife.
Mm-hmm.
Pour the day.
Thank you. What's belay?
I still can't tell when you're joking or not.
Never been rock climbing, obviously. Mark just punched him in the face.
It's kind of scary to think he's got any partial control of his body, but yeah, that's what happened.
This whole structure.
It's like no one's ever seen an Indiana Jones movie
It's a symbol.
or a mummy movie.
What's that?
Don't touch things.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I've seen the mummy, and I know you don't mess with those. This one of Ahmet's guardians.
Something not cool.
It's one of those. Sounds like one of those vampire things from The Strain.
Sounds like it.
Like the feelers, is that what, is that what they're called?
I squished it.
Did you?
Yeah, I doubt it.
Why is there always a precarious ledge?
We're new designs these places, but it seems to be a mandatory addition.
Mm-hmm. Oh! No!
What the hell is that?
That was an arm.
Oh shit.
You got it, Layla. Ah. Trying to stab her with his stump.
Oh, I bet that hurt.
She's really good with those flares, isn't she?
I think we're looking at the long lost tomb of Alexander the Great.
Huh.
What the hell?
Okay.
Why would Alexander the Great be buried in Egypt?
Ah. Really? No. Not doing that.
You're really getting up in there, aren't you? Gee, how far down do you have to go?
Your father was murdered by mercenaries.
Okay, is that another in prison? I guess that's Ahmet, who's in prison, right?
How about you don't break that?
Yeah, I'm not sure what you have to do to free them. I mean, do you just smash the figure or what?
Us.
What do you do with the statue thing?
Did he give it to Layla? Oh, not the creepy crawlies I was expecting.
Just you.
Don't think that was the decision you were expecting. Should have taken the guy's gun. I don't see any blood. Okay, what's going on? So he's passing into the afterlife? Okay, I'm confused.
All right, Rossa. Statue of Koyoshalki, lunar god of the Aztecs.
What the hell is going on? Who is
I
this?
traced you my best. Your doctor.
22, everyone.
Uh-huh.
22.
What?
Do you know what's going on?
Nope.
22. Anyone
I mean,
22?
are we inside Mark's head?
Or is Mark in a nut house?
If this is inside Mark's head, there's a lot more than I thought.
It's been 5 times this week.
Okay, now I don't know what to think.
It's a lot.
That's Layla, right?
Yep. We're saying that this whole thing has been inside his own head.
Sure hope not.
Pretty sure they did an episode of Buffy like this. Isn't that the guy who was killed by the creepy crawly on the altar?
I think they had a beard.
It's in your head.
And his doctor is who he associates as the villain inside his fantasy. Is that what we're going with here?
You say so.
Fun to see.
Okay, this is a real facility. I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to be there. Steven? Okay, this is weird. If that was Steven, then who the hell's this? Oh, just gonna leave him locked up, whoever it is. The hell is that?
I don't know with that voice I would have been that panic stricken.
I don't know. I see a giant hippopotamus talking and walking in. I might might
but
freak out a little bit.
the cute little girl voice, though.
I mean, I might expect that from Steve, and I wasn't expecting Mark to freak out like that so much. All right, so there was episode 4 of Moon Knight, and took a bit of a hard left turn there at the end, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, previous episode you had the suit, you had some, decent fight scenes.
Mm-hmm. Not so much. I mean, I guess some minor fight scenes.
Well, I mean, the creepy crawly in the tomb was pretty interesting, whatever that thing was.
And Mark had a, short fight with Arthur's followers before Arthur shot him. But then, we wake up in what looks like a nut house. But pretty sure things are not as they seem.
The whole experience is a nut house, let's face it.
Yeah. I mean, I've actually said pretty recently that I don't usually like episodes where we're like, we're trapped inside somebody's mind and, we're trying to get them out, which is what I'm pretty sure this is at the end there. So, hopefully we don't stay on that too long.
What was the one viewer's name? Egypt?
Oh, Mr. Egypt?
Mr. Egypt. What's going on with Alexander the Great's tomb being in Egypt?
I mean, I know he had a thing with Cleopatra at one point in his life.
Did he?
Didn't he?
I don't know. I mean, that's... Our viewer might have a better idea than us.
I mean, I don't know if they're just like totally making that up or there's actually some, evidence that suggests that he's buried in Egypt somewhere.
Viewers will have to let us know.
Yeah, let us know about it.
All right. I'm not going to research that. You can if you want to. I'm not going to.
All right, so 2 episodes left in this series, and we'll see where they're going with it. I assume that we're going to get Ahmet at some point that we're going to have to deal with, and hopefully we get Moon Knight back soon. Let's not Boba Fett this show. All right, so leave us your comments, and don't forget to subscribe, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Excelsior.
True believers, we've had some viewers rate their Disney Plus Marvel shows. Why don't you give us your rating?